Have you ever stopped and thought about how big our God is? He created the whole world, the heavens and the earth, all the planets and all the stars in the sky.
He is really big, but the truth is, even small things are a big deal to God.
The story of Job will help us realize that even though we are small, God is big.
God listens to our big feelings.
God sees the big picture.
And we can also be a big help in small ways.
In this series, we're going to get a glimpse of how our very big God looks at things, regardless of how big or small they might seem.
We can't wait to learn about our big things and our big God together with you all.
Hey guys! Right now, we're going to be playing a true or false game. So if you think whatever I say is true, you're going to make a T with your arms, just like this. And if you think it's false, you're going to make an X with your hands. Ready? Okay. So the biggest pizza ever made weighed about 26,000 pounds. Do you think it's true? Or X, as in false? Well, if you did T, it's true. The next one is the tallest dog ever recorded was 5 feet tall. True or false? It's false. The tallest dog was more than 7 feet tall. That's about like this big. Now, the largest ukulele ever made is more than 13 feet long. True or false? This is a normal ukulele. What do you think? Well, you did T. It's true. There are so many really big things out there in the world. There are some really small things too. Now, how small do you think the world's smallest paper airplane was? I got another one here. Isn't it small? Look at that. Well, the world record for the smallest paper airplane is just a little bigger than a millimeter long. That's tiny. Do you know how small that is? Well, I have my ruler here. It's like one teeny line. That's crazy. These are just some fun examples to talk about. But when it comes to us and the things in our lives, big or small, it all matters to God. There is a fun question for you to think about. Would you rather be as small as an ant for a day or as big as a giraffe for a day? I think I'd choose an ant so I could fit in someone's pocket all day long. During this series, we are going to get a glimpse of the way our great big God looks at things, regardless of how big or small they are.
For the next several weeks, we're going to hear stories about a man named Job. He was a great guy and has a book of the Bible named after him. Let's start reading in the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 1. If you have a Bible at home, you can follow along as we read.
Job was a man who lived in Uz. He was honest inside and out, a man of his word who was totally devoted to God and hated evil with a passion. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters. He was also very wealthy. He had 7,000 head of sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 teams of oxen, 500 donkeys, and a huge staff of servants. The most influential man in all of the East.
To be blameless means that a person hasn't done anything wrong. And to have integrity means to consistently do the right thing, even when no one is watching. The Bible uses these two words to describe Job. You'll never guess what happened to Job. He lost everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everybody, everything, every sheep, every camel, everyone he loved, they all were taken away from him. Imagine being blameless and having integrity after losing everybody and everything you love.
One day, when the angels came to report to God, Satan also showed up. God singled out Satan, saying, "And what have you been up to?" Satan answered God, "Oh, going here and there, checking things out." Then God said to Satan, "Have you noticed my friend Job? There's no one quite like him, is there? Honest and true to his word, totally devoted to God and hating evil. He still has a firm grip on his integrity. You tried to trick me into destroying him, but it didn't work." Satan answered, "A human would do anything to save his life. But what do you think would happen if you reached down and took away his health? He'd curse you to your face, that's what." God said, "All right, go ahead. You can do what you like with him. But keep in mind, don't kill him."
Wow, in this heavenly meeting, God can't stop talking about Job. God was so happy Job didn't give up on God even when things got really challenging for him. And let me tell you, things got really challenging. What do you think? Do you think Job was only a good guy because God had given him everything he needed? It didn't matter what anyone else thought because God just knew Job's heart. Job really loved God, and not just the things God blessed Job with.
After Satan left, he struck Job with terrible sores. Job was ulcers and scabs from head to foot. They itched and oozed so badly that he took a piece of broken pottery to scratch himself with. And then he went and he sat in a heap of trash among the ashes. His wife said to him, "Still holding on to your precious integrity, are you? Curse God and be done with it." But he told her, "You're talking like an empty-headed fool. We take the good days from God. Why not also the bad days?" Not once through all of this did Job sin. He said nothing bad against God.
Do you think Job stopped loving God when he got sick? No, he didn't. He didn't say anything bad about God, even while he was suffering. Guys, sometimes life can be hard, and maybe you just moved to a new city, maybe someone you love is sick, maybe you're having a really hard time making friends. God wants us to know that He is big enough to handle our problems, and He actually wants to help us. Job knew that he was just one small person who was created by a great big God. Job knew that he was just one small person who was created by a great big God. Job knew that if there was a solution, only God would know and be able to make things right. Stay tuned next week to hear more about the story of Job and how God showed him just how big He is.
Hey everyone, in this series we are introducing our pets to you. So I'm taking my pet caterpillar, Fuzzy, for a walk. She's doing a great job walking. I think she's walking toward her parsley. See that? I'm trying to teach her a new trick. Fetch. Fetch. She's still learning it. Maybe roll over. Sleep. See, she's got that one down pat. Sleep's a good one. Oh, now she's moving. She's gonna fetch. She's walking right across our big idea. Our big idea says, we are small, but God is big. Good job, Fuzzy. Good job. Good job.
Hi there, you chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl. Welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Hosted by Carl. Where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Hi there, kids. It's so good to see y'all. Isn't it just a wonderful day? Now, I spent all weekend studying for this week's episode. I just got so excited, I ran out of time. So I have one more video to study. Will you watch it with me? Awesome. Now, this video apparently shows us how big this universe is. But it can't be that big, right? But I guess we'll see. Roll the clip! So that's Earth. And then the other planets. Not that big. There's a sun. But that's it, right? Wait, there's things bigger than a sun? No way. How is this possible? Well, I can tell you that my mind is officially blown. I wish there was just some other way for me to realize just how small we are. I wish.
I guess I'll never realize how big the universe is and how small we are. It's too bad. I guess I should just be heading out. Wait a minute. Kids, can you excuse me 1 second while I panic? Thank you. What happened? Why am I so small? Why is everything so big? Why do I sound like a chipmunk? Oh no, this is awful. What's gonna happen to me? Am I gonna get smushed? Crushed? Polarized? This is so bad.
Carl?
Jada! Thank goodness you're here! I need your help!
Why do you sound like a cartoon elf?
I'm small, Jada!
Huh?
I'm small! I shrunk myself somehow!
Oh, that's not good. How did that happen?
I don't know! 1 second I was wishing I knew how small I truly was, and then bam! Here I am!
Oh, well, that stinks. Would it help if I told you about our story today?
I don't know, Jada!
Hey, don't get short with me.
I should be mad at you for that comment, but I'll let it slide. So what's the story about?
Today, we will be telling the story of Job.
It's pronounced job.
I'm pretty sure it's Job.
Hey, potato.
Anyways, kids, Job is a man who lived a long time ago, long before Jesus came to earth. Now, what made Job so special is that he had many things: a family, land, friends, livestock, and on top of all of that, Job was a very righteous man.
Righteous?
It means someone who loved God and lived for God, always doing what's right. Now, even though Job was a righteous man, there was some that thought Job was only righteous because God had given him so much.
Well, is that true?
Of course not, but little did Job know that there would be some tough times ahead of him.
Oh, like a paper cut.
Not exactly.
Like a bug in a cereal?
Little bit more than that. You see, Job was about to have his whole life turned upside down. Job was going to face many struggles that would definitely push him farther than he has ever been pushed before.
Wowza.
So Job was living his normal life when he had suddenly got very sick.
Sick?
Very sick. He had sores all over his body, then his animals were taken from him, and even some of his family had passed away.
That is awful.
It sure was. Job was having so many things taken away from him, and
he quit.
What?
He quit, right? He quit being righteous?
Why would you say that?
I mean, he had a great life before. Everything was great. That means it's easy to do the right thing. But if all that stuff leaves, he quits being righteous, right?
Well, that's what most people would expect. Even his wife was wondering why Job would still worship God.
I bet it was so hard to see Job suffer so much, huh?
For sure, some of the worst things imaginable have become a reality for Job. But what's his reaction? To still worship God. You may be wondering why that is. Why would Job still worship God if almost everything in his life was taken from him, the answer is simple. Job loved God. And Job understood that God would never spiral out of control, even if everything else is falling apart. See, God made everything. The animals, the mountains, the moon, stars, even all the things and people in Job's life. He was thankful just knowing that such a big God would know him and care about him. Everything he had was thanks to God. So even if he lost everything valuable, he would still have God, which was worth more than anything or anyone. Job could see the bigness of God, which made his smallness feel a lot better.
So we're all pretty small, huh?
Yeah, some of us more than others.
Easy.
I'm just saying, Carl, there's beauty in knowing how small we are and just how big and powerful God really is.
I guess you're right. Maybe it is a good thing I got shrunk down to this size. You know, like a teenage hamster.
Really? Why?
I don't know. It kind of gave me perspiration.
Huh?
Perspection.
Do you mean perspective?
Yeah, that's what I said. It gave me perspective and helped me realize that there are so many things that God is in control of than I can imagine. And we are just an itty bitty part of what God plans. But I'm grateful I'm a part of it at all.
Well, Carl, I couldn't agree more.
Hey kids, today's big idea is a big one. You ready to hear it? Our big idea is we are small, but God is big. Let's say it out loud on the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. We are small, but God is big. Great job, everybody. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't wait to hear what happens with Job. So make sure to tune in next week to Grow TV.
That's right. See you next week, kids. Also, how are we going to fix this whole thing? I'm small. I don't know how to fix this. Do I say bang a bugga booga? And I grow up? Do I get big again? I don't know. I guess I'm just small forever. But that's cool, because then I can ride in people's pockets. Never have to rely on public transportation again. Rely on friendship transportation. Pockets.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Grow TV.
It's time for Word on the Street. No, seriously, it's on the street. Take a look.
Okay. God's voice. Thunders in marvelous ways. He does great things beyond our understanding. Job 37 5. Woohoo! Let's go inside!
Oh, wow, that was a bit soaky wet out there. So just in case you didn't get it, everybody, let's say it together right now. God's voice thunders in marvelous ways. He does great things beyond our understanding. And that's from Job 37:5. And that is the word on the street.
What an amazing time we've had today. Let's put our hands together and pray. Dear God, thank you for all the good things you do for us and for never leaving us alone, even during the tough times. Even though we are small, we know that you are a big, big help to us. Help us to keep our trust and faith in you, no matter what comes our way. Amen. Thank you so much for joining us today, and remember, we are small, but God is big. Bye, guys.